Welcome back to Broncos and Parts Garage. My name's Chris. If you're new to the channel, stick around to the end and you'll see additional links for content I've already created and uploaded. We're kind of going back to episode 3. I think today is episode number 8, and we're going to revisit this project truck that we were tearing apart. So let's take a look. Well, here's the 1991 silver anniversary Bronco that I purchased for the sole purpose of parting out. It was too far gone. We were able to salvage the tank and sending unit out of the back, as well as the fill hose. I'm leaving on these shackles simply because the wrecker's coming today and I don't have enough time to take that single one off, even though it's in great shape. We've got the wheels and tires for sale pulled over here. We did resell all the sheet metal that came with it. We moved the dash. The seats are still for sale. I'm going to be pulling the headliner real quick. Probably going to put that in a red sport truck I want to buy in Ohio this week. We were able to pull the motor, the complete harness, the steering box to send back as a core. Everything else was kind of hacked out of place here to make it easier to remove. The engine's still for sale. We were able to get the EEC out. The steering column brace under there, all that's available. And this isn't a sales pitch. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of the little things that we yank out of these trucks when we do part them out and we're forced to resell some of the parts. This is what's left of it. We were able to get one of the seat belts out. I'll probably come over here and grab the seat, or excuse me, I'll grab the speaker cages still, and I'll grab the rear bench seat bracket. But that pretty much does it for this truck. It was listed for sale. No one wanted to buy it. Before you guys jump on me for scrapping an anniversary truck, I know at least 2 other anniversary trucks survived because of this one's demise. Next on the chopping block is going to be this 1995 Bronco. It's got some nice Alcoa wheels and tires on it. Someone filled the fenders up with crazy foam. Not a big fan of that for repairs. This is that Chris Fix crap you see on YouTube. I'm not dissing him, but I saw a video where they used foam as a body filler, and it's just a really scummy way to hide stuff. Unfortunately, the door panels are cracked on this up top. The seats are torn to pieces, and there's a small crack in the dash pad. Now, I did list this truck for sale. I had no bids on it. It's got some decent meat in the back, but the headliners are sagging. The lit visors, one of them has a tear in it. Just common things when you have a 26-year-old truck. Give you a look here. The one saving grace to this vehicle is the engine. It was rebuilt 53,000 miles ago, so it's a fantastically running 5.8 liter. It's got headers on it. That was all done by a dealership, so I might keep this one. But I'll give you one quick walk around here. Again, just roach door panels. Armrests are in good shape, so those we'll sell the armrests. We'll sell the switch bezels. We'll sell the speaker covers, and we'll sell the reflectors down here. But everything else, and we'll sell the seat plastics. These seats are roached as well, covered in duct tape, which is too bad. It's got a decent column, munched up steering wheel. That gives you an idea. Now, interestingly enough, the system I have down now, I can get one of these trucks taken apart in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, completely disassembled. Everything out of the interior, the column, the dash, everything. I have one of the other members in the group. He comes over and pulls all the engines for me. He pulls them he pulls them engine, trans, and transfer case all in one pull. So we usually hack out the grills, and they're usually faded and junky. And you can buy these at National Parts Depot pretty cheap right now. So not the most exciting Daily Driven Broncos episode. Let's take a walk inside and I'll show you the last truck that we were taking apart. All right. This was a 95. Again, the front end was roached out. It was sitting on the frame. It was listed for sale. Again, to the naysayers that say I'm tearing good trucks apart, they're not good trucks. There's a good motor, and that's sitting right there. Motor, transfer case, transmission. As you can see, we kind of cheat when we take the engine, trans, and transfer case out in one piece. We kind of hack off the front of the truck. Usually the grills are bad or busted up. I do keep a lot of the plastics, and we recycle the radiators. I'll probably be cutting off these frame horns and keeping them. The HCU unit has already been removed. This will go back to red head. All the modules have been removed. We usually leave the fuse panels inside the trucks when they go to scrap, as well as the brake parts and the wiper motor. We may pull the black windshield trim. I'm not sure. The tool I have bent, and lately it's been breaking, and you got to be really ginger with this. We do resell all these parts. The doors were kind of rotted on the inside, and again, these fenders were simply sitting on the frame. So we gutted the inside of it. We don't pull the motors out of the doors because they're used usually, and they're only a couple bucks. I did a video on how to replace them, and there's links in this video in the description below. If you don't know how to get to the description, just click on the title, it'll drop down. We'll end up getting rid of the dash. We'll sell the dash, the column. The wheel's a little dirty underneath this cover. We'll pull the cluster and sell that. We still pull all the harnesses for the overhead console that this came equipped with, as well as the auto dimming mirror and the the lit headlights. We got the seat belts out of this. The rear headliner is still available. I don't see anyone coming to get that. They're almost impossible to ship. And the seat belts need to be pulled. Now, I got smart this time. Before, we used to let them loose. The seat belt would go into the retractor and it would lock itself up. Now we put vice grips on them until we're ready to get them out. That way they don't lock up. If anyone knows how to unlock those seat belts when they get too far wound, let me know. I have a bunch of them here that I want to sell. I'm going to be selling this rug. It's a really nice carpet. Needs a little bit of cleaning. The topper itself will be used in a video when we do the convertible top. That project, which was in a quick teaser video about 2 months ago, is still in process. That's what this topper over here is for, on the ground right there. We're waiting on some more components from the top manufacturer. We're showing you 3 different ways to do it. The tailgate on this truck was roached. The harness was pulled. I'll pull the torsion spring, but everything on the back end was already rotted and ripped off. Rear fender was roached out. The hinge was in place here, but again, it's when they're this far gone, I don't mess with them. And when the sill is rotted, I don't mess with them. I do have a replacement sill though. And then there's the other side of the truck. The mirrors were pulled, they were sold. And the vents, we'll pull this kick panel. I usually don't keep the speakers. I've got just too many of them. You know, if you guys want, you can send me a prepaid box and I'll send you some speakers. Sometimes they're Kenwood, sometimes they're just Walmart or Kmart brands, but usually they're in relatively good working shape. That about wraps it up. So eventually we'll get to that other truck. We'll get it taken apart and I'll list some of the parts for sale. If you have any questions on disassembling the stuff, or if you don't want to break something when you're pulling it off, send me an email or put something in the comment section below. Sorry this wasn't an exciting episode 8 of Daily Driven Broncos. We have some good content coming up. Thanks again.